Well, during these hot dog days of summer, you got caught with open mic like we do all the time. Lori, welcome to Good Morning Idaho.
Hi. Hi, Rach.
Lori Wren, cupcake extraordinaire. Of course, you are the cupcake queen. That's why we usually bring you in.
That's what you guys call me.
However, today, Lori, we are talking about dessert that does not require the oven like cupcakes do.
Yeah,
right?
even though I'm in the kitchen every day still baking when it's 100 degrees out,
I'm sure
a lot
you
of
are.
you just no time for that, don't want anything to do with it.
I bet there's people that haven't touched their oven in like a month or two, right?
And there are so many different no-bake desserts we can do. I love cheesecake, so I figured we'd make up a cheesecake today.
Let's do.
And this recipe could not be easier.
Okay.
And it's made with Greek yogurt, so it's got to be healthy, right? There's like 11 grams of protein per serving. So
Healthy cheesecake?
Healthy cheesecake.
I can get behind that. Okay, so
right,
we start, of course, with the crust.
Yeah,
on
we're
the
going to start with
right?
the crust, and I like a graham cracker crust, but if you want to do Oreos or ginger snaps or whatever, you can do that as well.
Ginger
and
snaps.
This couldn't be easier. It's
Okay.
1 cup of graham cracker crumbs, which is basically 1 packet.
Okay.
And I put it in the food processor. I mean, you can buy them in a box already made up, but a pack is 9 crackers. And a cup of graham cracker crumbs is about 8 crackers. So I just take one out, give it to my son Nate. He
Or you
eats
just eat it while
or you
you're
eat it, right.
mushing up the rest.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a 1/4 cup of butter. I use unsalted butter.
Okay.
And then, but you can use salted if you want. And 1 cup of graham cracker crumbs. So
And
what
you
we're
run
going to
it
do?
through the blender, food processor.
Yeah,
kind of
food
thing to mush
processor,
it up?
blender,
Okay,
whichever
put
you
them
want.
together and dump it in.
Yep. And then we're just going to I just like to take the back of a measuring cup. We press that in.
And did you grease the pan?
No, you don't even have
You don't
to-
even need to, because there's butter in there.
There's
right?
butter in there. It
Grease
doesn't even stick. Yeah.
So nice.
All right,
okay.
so we press that in. Then while
Okay.
you're making the filling, just stick this in the fridge or the freezer
Okay,
and
let it
cool
harden
it
up a little
down
bit.
so that the melted butter will harden up and it'll, be nice and firm
Perfect.
there.
Okay, so we mushed
then-
our crust down.
Yep, and
Okay.
for the filling, it couldn't be easier. We use 1 8-ounce packet of cream cheese. I use the full fat, but I mean, if you want to take a couple of calories and a couple of grams of fat out of it, you can use the light stuff.
You got the Greek yogurt. It'll cancel it out, right?
Exactly. Okay, and then 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. We want 1.5 cups of the Greek yogurt.
And the yogurt, does it add kind of an extra kind of creaminess, a different texture?
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. It's super creamy, and when you beat it up, it's really, really light.
Awesome. And I didn't even catch. You used the honey.
I used honey. You can use
Okay.
plain if you don't like it too sweet. You can
Okay.
use strawberry. You can use vanilla. Most of the time, I like to use vanilla because
Okay.
I really like the flavor of
Perfect.
vanilla.
Okay.
And then, since this isn't very sweet, we're just going to add about 1/3 cup of sweetened condensed milk, and that is super rich and it's very sweet.
Look at all the calcium in here, parents. Right?
And then,
Exactly.
I love to
It's
add a
good.
little vanilla to all
Okay,
my baked
perfect.
goods. So about 2 teaspoons. You can just eyeball that.
Okay.
And then, oops, I forgot to unwrap my salt. So
Oh, a little bit of salt.
yeah,
Which you always think is strange in sweet things, but
No.
it brings out the flavors.
Yeah, it totally
doesn't it?
brings out the
Okay.
flavors, and it just adds another element of taste, to your tongue. Gets the-
Absolutely.
All right,
Get your
so
salt. Okay.
that's all we're going to do there. What we do is whip that up for about 5 minutes. You want it super smooth and creamy.
Okay.
And you're going to put it in the pie shell, and you're going to leave it overnight. You really need to set it up overnight.
okay.
Sometimes I can't wait, so I just stick it in the freezer.
I
and
know.
It sets up faster.
Does it work if you put it in the freezer?
It does.
Yeah?
It does.
Okay.
It works fine.
But really, ideally, you should plan ahead the day before, and so you can have it in there overnight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good
that
advice.
would be
Okay.
that would be. In the next segment,
Okay.
I'm going to teach you guys how to use this recipe for cupcakes and to do. We'll mix it up and do a couple of more varieties of that, some Oreos or.
It's so versatile and no heat required, which
No
is the
heat
best.
required.
Which is the best part, right?
Yeah, and I'll also show you how to make a really delicious strawberry topping. So
Excellent. All right. Well, we're